Hi again. I am ready for the next page. I have finished this page. I added this little, it was one of the little tags that came with the set, and I just glued it just on the corner here so I could slip things underneath and keep my tags all in order. On the side of this page I did add an extra little pocket here out from a piece of scrap, so that I could stick a few little bits in. That actually isn't supposed to be in there, it was just, oh, but it kind of does look sweet. I'll keep it there. So we've got all the tags here, and this just went so well with the papers that I decided on this side that I would use those instead of the I think they were pale blue with bells on. And when this pulls out, I've added a little pocket here with a tag on. And the tutorial to make these and everything was in the previous project. Oh, excuse me. Because I didn't use them. I did add a belly band here. It's not really usable, it's just for decoration, and I just wove the seam binding in it and then just added the tags. Another one of those, a couple of these. I said, and these were all leftovers. It was all scrap and leftovers, so I'm quite pleased with that. And with these pockets, the more you put in them, the better everything stays in place. So I like that. Any excuse to load up a pocket. And these, you just push it down and then you can lift them out. On to the next page then. I do have an idea and I don't know how I'm going to decorate it yet. Oh dear, excuse me, but I do know how I'm going to make it. But I do need 2 brads, and I've only got one of those ones left, so I might go and look for some red ones of those. Let's have a quick shifty. Okay, here's some of my brad collection. So I'm either red or I quite like this one, but I don't know if I've got another one of those. Oh. Ooh, well, that one's a bit lighter. I do have this one. I have 2 of the paler colour ones, purples and pinks. You can tell which ones I don't use often, it's the purple and the pinks. That I might get away with if I've got a second one. I do have this one, but it's like a pinky colour, but I might get away with that. It's quite a deep pink, it's good enough to be a red, I think. I think I'll get away with that. So I'm going to take those off. You can tell how old these are. These are the Henbury Lane. And I haven't seen the Henbury Lane collection from Paper Mania for years now. But I am somewhat of a craft hoarder, really. I tend to buy lots of the same things just in case I, you know, run out. just looking for brads that are, so I really like this little felt one as well, but I don't know if I've got another one that's that exact same colour. See, that's a paler green, nothing there. That's a paler green. So it looks like I'm going to have to stick with those ones. I do have this nice soft green here, so I could use those. Not quite the same colour as that one, but I'll leave those out. I quite like the colour of that one there as well. Oh, I love these red ones. And that's a Dovecraft Back to Basics Christmas, so I'm going to keep those out. Another deep red one there that matches that one there. Right, so I know I'm going to need those. Okay, on to the page. Just wondering actually if that does match that ribbon really well, doesn't it? We'll see how we go on that one. I do have a darker green ribbon as well, but okay, so on to the next page, and let's get my board. So far I have made a mess. Right, I have one piece that is 8 1/4 by 9 1/4. And I am so sorry. I've scored it at 1/2 inch and 8 5/8. So it could be like 9 1/8 and you score it at 8 5/8. But either way, it was 8 1/4 because that's the size the paper is across anyway. I have one piece that is 4 by 9 1/4, and I scored that at 1/2 inch and 8 3/4 inches. I have 2 pieces, so that's 2, that are 7 inches by 8 3/4 inches, and I've scored them at 4 1/8 and 8 1/4, and that's the same for both of those. And then I'm going to have some that are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and score the 5 3/4 at 1/2 inch. And I don't know how many I'm going to have of those. I'm thinking maybe 8. Yeah, so they'll be scored at either 1/2 inch or 5 1/4, whichever way round. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, didn't put that down right, did I? 5. I know I definitely want 6, but I may end up using 8. So I'm going to prepare 8. Just in case I use 8. And I'm also going to need some odd scraps as well on top of that. So first thing I want to do is take my pieces that are 7 by 8 3/4, fold on my score lines, and I'm folding the 2 larger flaps together and then the smaller flap folding away, and that's the same for both of them. Burnish those. Then tape. I'm going to put tape on the small little hinge flap there. I am going to mitre my edges. I'm going to put my glasses on. Oh, that's better. Right, mitre my edges. And I'm going to place one on this side and one on this side, so that the fold, the almost halfway fold, joins in the middle. Okay, so they flap out, so the flaps can meet up in the middle when they're down. So let's get these on. I'm going to try and see if I can move this up slightly. There we go. Let's get this one ready as well. A bit of glue. So and then up against the far left for this one. I'd forgotten for a minute then. Oh, and I actually did stick all my pages together as well, so they're all closed now, my main pages. You want to make sure that it is nicely down. And let's put on the next one. Let's get some glue. Now I will try not get glue over it. I will try and not get my head in the way. But I've got to be able to see the edge of my paper, which is a really good join, actually. Oh, I can see it. Okay. Sort of. There it is. I think that might not be it. Oh, see, that doesn't meet there. I wonder if I should... Basically I want these to meet in the middle, but okay, this one's a bit off, I think. So let's move this one. It's quite difficult with the page underneath being so full. Okay, let's try that. Let's line it up at the side there, and that's actually going to be slightly better. Oh, that's a lot better. That's perfect. Okay. And before I forget, now I have got some new batteries. Why do I keep calling them batteries? I have some new magnets, but they are, I think, too thick. They're actually 2mm thick. They are power magnets, but they are 2mm thick, and I don't like using them that thick, so I'm going to go back to my 1mm batteries. One, and I need 8 of them for this. Stuck to my brads. Okay, 8 batteries. So I have a metal bar just above here, which is where I stick everything. Okay, and I'm going to do this the lazy way. So right, so I want to stick got batteries on the other side going, what have I done with them? Hey. One down there. One up there. That's my daughter just come home. Hello, sweetie.
Hi, you're recording?
I am recording, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You alright? What do you want, darling?
I'll show you my hair. Two different
Oh, my baby's just had her hair done and it looks lush.
It looks the same to me, but it really doesn't look the same.
It's lovely. Her hair's beautiful. But my baby's beautiful anyway, so.
Thanks, Mum.
And now the whole world's going to know. Well, all my subscribers are going to know.
The whole world. Baby hair.
My daughter thinks I'm much more popular than I actually am.
You're very popular.
Okay, and the 2 on that side, so that when I open them I can flip them onto that side. That's just so that I don't forget. Now open these up. I'm going to take my larger piece. Now this is the one that was scored in at 1/8 of an inch shorter, and the reason, narrower rather, and the reason it's done that is so that it can fit in between these bits, so these can still, I mean you could put a gusset in to be honest. That's a bit of a pain. So it's easier just to make it that 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, that tiny bit shorter. 1/8 of an inch. See, brain working not. Okay, let's get some tape on here. Actually, this is going to be a huge pocket, as my grandbabies say. Huge. Okay, then mitre, mitre, mitre. Once again, only mitre if you want to. Oh, you know what I've forgotten? I have forgotten. Oh, you'll do. I've forgotten to put a bit along the bottom because I do not want anything falling out of my bottom. Because nobody likes anything falling out of their bottom. Okay. One day I will stop saying it. Today is not that day. Tape off. Glue on, and my baby's back again. Hello, sweetie.
Hi, I'm going now.
She comes in, she's off again.
I'll be back tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Daddy.
Mwah.
Sorry.
Love you.
Love you, miss you.
Miss you more.
Just as much.
Okay, glue along the bottom as well. And then stick this centrally along the bottom. Obviously you don't want to go over. And then line up between there as well. And if it comes up a bit at the bottom, that's okay. Don't panic. So I've got a tiny gap at the bottom, but I'm not worried. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Next, I'm going to take this one, which was the 4" by 8 and no, 9¼ 4 by 9¼ I'm going to put some tape on to this one as well. Along the bottom because nobody likes anything falling out of their bottom. And I'm actually going to go quite a ways with this one. Lighten my edges. Give it a burnish, take off the tape backing, apply my glue, and then pop this one right down at the bottom over the bottom of your other pocket, and it should fit side to side on the page. It should fit side to side. Cool, even with my glasses on, I'm not that good. Okay. Pretty good magnets, huh? Oh dear, 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 dear. Okay, I'm going to get these other side of this magnet down. So get the magnet stuck down. Now, I've tried Rosa Kelly's way of doing it. She's a bit ingenious, and she just puts double-sided tape with the sticky side facing up in between the magnets, and of course, brilliantly, they stick. And I'm afraid I can't do it. I make such a muck up of it. It's ridiculous. Which is why sometimes I think you just got to do things the way that you do them, because that's just the way you're used to doing them. Get this out of the way. More tape. It's like my daughter came round earlier. Not the one that's just been, but my other daughter. I've got 3 daughters and a son. And we were playing with glue. Like you do when you're a kid, you know, where you paint glue on yourself and then see if you can make it look like you're peeling off your skin. And we found that Fabri-Tac mixed with a bit of red and purple ink looks like a really bad burn on the skin. Oh dear. So when I run out of Fabri-Tac, I get really upset. You know, I've got no one to blame but myself. But it was fun. Okay, and there we go. So hopefully... Oh, that one come off. I'm going to have to do it the Rosa Kelly way. Tape on. And then give it really good. And hopefully... Yes. Okay. Oh, right. So, flat, 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 flat. Pocket, pocket. Now for the next bit. Da, 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 da. Now I want this one. I'm going to get all these prepped, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a waterfall here. And I'm going to have a waterfall here. So I'm pretty sure that for each side is going to be pretty close to being full. And I don't think I'm going to put the waterfall through the paper. I'm going to do the waterfall one on top of the other. So 1, 2... This one's going to be this way. So that'll be another ½ inch down, and that'll be about 1 inch down. So, no, I might only go... I'm not going to get that many in there, but I'm going to figure out how to do that in a minute. Before, obviously I'm going to have I'm going to have brads here, and some twine or something to wrap round to keep the centre bit closed. So I'm going to put the brads on after I've decorated the front bits. I'll make sure that that's not going to interfere too much. Oh no, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop this for the minute. I'm going to get this sorted out and figure out how much I can put in there, and then I'll be right back. And I'm also going to decorate just the front portion of these flats, so not anything else. just the front portion of there and there. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Back in a minute.